Summer is here and I'm in the mood to look like supersonically glowy without a ton of effort. So let's see if Milani's new Luminoso themed products have got my back. Let's get lit.
Bro, I got something to say to you.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be trying out some new products by Milani because I'm in the mood to glow. I'm in the mood to look bronzy. I'm in the mood to be like a bronzy shade of ghost. And if you're someone who loves drugstore makeup like I do, then you're probably very familiar with their cult favorite Luminoso Baked Blush. This is a blush that's been circling YouTube and reviews for a couple of years, and with good reason. This is a really great blush. It's a nice pinky coral shade. It's very great for the summertime, and a lot of people have said that this is a dupe for the NARS Orgasm blush, and you know, in looking at them, they are pretty close. This is a little more peachy, and this is a little more pinky, but they both have a nice glow and a nice sheen to them. I've swatched them on my hand right here. To me, yeah, they are fairly close, but yeah, the Luminoso definitely more peach, and NARS definitely has more flecks of iridescent gold going on, but they're both very, very lovely blushes. And now Milani has reimagined their Luminoso shade into a face palette, and I have to say, I'm kind of really here for this face palette because it has 8 pinky, peachy, and bronze shades. These are definitely shades that I'm drawn to because they bring a little bit of life to my very ghostly skin, especially in the summer. And bonus, I really love a multi-use product like this. It can be blush, it can be used as eyeshadow and highlighter. So all in one, if I need to throw this in my purse, like I know it's going to be a long work day, then I know I can do a little touch up with just one thing. I think this is great. I'm excited about that. Can't go wrong with a multi-use product. I mean, unless it sucks. Then you can go wrong. And they've also come out with a Luminoso shade in their Nourishing Lip Plumper. So we have a nice lip gloss, nice face palette, all with a Luminoso theme. All right, let's get the business out of the way. First, Milani is cruelty-free. They are PETA certified, and this was confirmed by Cruelty Free Kitty, which is good. This face palette retails for $17.99, which is a little steep for drugstore, but maybe it's that good. We'll find out. And then in terms of what the website says about this product, Luminoso Glow Shimmer Face Palette. Why we love it. This must-have shimmer palette highlights, blushes, and bronzes with cool and warm tone hues for every complexion. Ultra soft and buildable for a natural looking or intense radiance. Ooh, I need some intense radiance. Tips and tricks. Who doesn't love tips and tricks? Let's see what they got. Wear alone or layer together for a multi-dimensional shimmer finish. I love you, Milani, but that tip is kind of All right, so that's all the info on the palette. You can buy it alone or you can get the Get Lit kit, which comes with the palette, the blush, and the Nourishing Lip Plumper, and right now it's on sale for $24.99, and that's down from $34.97. But yeah, I don't know if you need the kit. It's kind of weird because if you get a face palette that's supposed to be blush and eyeshadow, you're kind of getting blush with blush. All right, what do they say about the Keep It Full Nourishing Lip Plumper? Well, the website certainly does say that it's America's favorite lip plumper. I don't know how they're gauging that, but clearly they must have asked everyone and they found out it's their favorite. Can't wait to try it out. They also say it's a sheer, creamy, and non-sticky formula that is infused with natural peptides to stimulate collagen and hyaluronic acid to fill and smooth lips over time. The formula applies smoothly with a slight cooling sensation for maximum lip plumping effects. Features a lip maximizing applicator to deliver a silky, sheer finish in one swipe. It's available in 16 addictively refreshing shades. Well, that all sounds lovely. And again, I always love any kind of makeup product that contains skin replenishing ingredients. Hyaluronic acid is definitely a part of my day-to-day regimen, so I'm excited that I get a little bit of that action in this lip gloss. Can't wait to try it out and see if it makes my lips beautiful over time. Okay, the face palette had such wonderful tips and tricks that I kind of want to see what they say about the Nourishing Lip Plumper. The Luxe Gloss doubles as a nourishing lip treatment. You'll love the addictive, refreshing sensation. Exclamation point. I've got an exclamation point. That is not a tip or a trick. All right, Milani, you're trying something. You're trying. It's not really working, but you're trying. All right, I'm gonna get my swatch on, and for swatching purposes, there aren't any names for these shades. So the pinkest color over here is gonna be shade number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we'll just go around that way and I'll talk about each one as I go. All right, so diving into what I'm calling shade number 1, which is the very coral peachy shade. It is swatching quite nicely on the arm. I'm seeing the nice gold iridescent flecks in there. And then shade number 2 is just a notch lighter than that first shade. Now this one definitely comes out a lot more peach, also swatching nicely. All right, and then we're getting into more of a rose gold color with shade number 3. Ooh, that is a lovely rose gold. I dig it. So moving on to shade number 4. It's definitely the lightest of the 2 highlighter shades that's in the palette. In the pan, it looks very, very light rose gold. Closer to gold, but there are flecks of pink in it. Oh yeah, so on my finger, it looks like a really interesting color because I definitely see the gold, but I have a hint of rose in there. Ooh, that's nice. That shade definitely has more glittery flecks in it. Shade number 5, the other highlight shade, is probably going to be a highlight for deeper skin tones. It's definitely a deeper gold color. Oh yeah, on the skin, that's actually very lovely. That's very interesting. I bet that would be great on green eyes, which I happen to have. All right, shade number 6. That is definitely our most bronze. It's looking a little gold on my camera here, but this definitely is bronze in the pan. Oh yes, that is a lovely, lovely shade of bronze. I am digging that. And then shade number 7. Oh, you know what? That looks just like a copper penny. And last but not least, shade number 8. Yeah, that one definitely has more glitter flecks in it as well. So in this palette, most of the shades come off as like a satin matte. Satiny matte, does that make sense? This one has mild gold flecks in it, but where you notice the gold glittery flecks a little bit more is shade number 4 and shade number 8. They're not big chunks of glitter by any means, but they're definitely there. You can see them when you swatch it on your skin. So looking at my arm swatches here, I now need to figure out what look to do. Maybe I'll just start with blush. That's an easier decision, I think. And I think that I want to go with the shade that is closest to NARS Orgasm Dupe, which is shade number 1 in the palette. So let me find a small, see, that is the problem with this palette because it's fine for eyeshadow brushes, but not so fine for blush brushes because I like to use this big fluffy brush, but yeah. All right, we will see if this Luxie 516 Duo Fiber brush will work. We will tap that into shade number 1 here. Oh, it's tough. It's tough, but I guess if it dips into the other side, it's not the end of the world because they're kind of all in the same tone. Oh, yeah, that's lovely. Maybe I'm gonna sweep because when I sweep, I get more of the iridescence that I'm after. That is lovely. I can see a nice iridescent glow on my cheek. Can you see that? That's nice. That's a really nice shade. And for the record, I have already done my foundation, powder, and I contoured just a little bit in a natural way because it's summertime and I don't like to do heavy makeup. I used the e.l.f. foundation serum today because it's a nice lightweight foundation for the summer. It also has SPF 25 in it. Love it when we've got skincare ingredients in our foundation. All right, now I just need to clean this up just a little bit because I went a little nut balls on it. Cleaned it up, then I added more. All right, there we have it. I'm blushed. I will go ahead and let me push my hair back here. I'm gonna go ahead and try out shade number 4 here as a highlighter shade on my face and my nose. Ooh. Ooh, hey now. That's some serious glow right there on the nose. And in person, it's a lot. I have gone too far. So let's tamp that down just a little bit. Ooh, boy. It's breaking apart in a weird way. Probably because it's a little hot in my room here. So we're just gonna blend that out to calm it down. Okay, there we are zoomed in, and you can see how this highlighter shade has done weird things to my nose. So I'm maybe not recommending this palette for your nose, because all I have on is the e.l.f. foundation serum and the Tarte Smooth Operator powder, and it's just breaking apart and not looking sexy in real life. I'm not sure how it's coming across on camera, but it just looks like broken apart makeup and not great. Not great. But I will forge on, and since we're zoomed in, I will stay zoomed in, and I'm gonna try this as a highlighter shade. Okay, I can make that work a little bit better on my cheek. I like the way that it's coming off. It's definitely something that you gotta kind of blend out, because if not, you just have like a strip of makeup on your face and it's very obvious. So let me try that same shade number 4 on the other cheek. Just gonna try tapping it so that it's a little more fanned out, and then I'll swirl it around. A little bit there, a little bit there. You see the bead of sweat on my lip? It's hot in this room. That's the highlighter. It definitely is pulling off way better on my cheek than on my nose. And it's okay on my Cupid's bow and on my chin because I didn't go too far. It looks super glowy, and I'm not angry at it. I'm not angry at it in the way it looks on camera. In real life, you can definitely see more of my skin texture once I applied it, and I'm gonna have to figure it out for my nose. My nose was not happy. I actually really like the way it looks. I definitely feel like a summer goddess right now. Far more than when I started this video, if I'm being honest. All right, moving on to eyes. And what I want to try out here based on my arm swatches and looking at the palette, I'm going to go ahead and go in with shade number 3 as a transition shade in my crease. I'm going to use my go-to crease brush by Moda Pro. And as always, I'm going to start by tapping the shade where I want the most pigment to go, and then I will sweep back and forth to blend out. All right, so shade number 3 is a very light wash of color. Not seeing it a lot right now. So I'm going to try one more layer of that. So shade number 3 is very nice, natural, and glowy if you wanted to do just one quick wash of color and head out the door. It's pretty good. But I need to go a little bit deeper. I want to push my hooded eyes back just a little bit. So I'm going to go in with what I deem to be the deepest shade, which is shade number 7. I'm going to go in with that into my crease, and I'm going to use a shader brush to tap precisely where I want the color to go, and then I'll blend out. And I'm kind of feeling the deepness of that, so I'm going to go ahead and run a little bit of shade number 7 under the eyelid. You know, I'm going to then go into shade number 2 on my eyelid, and I'm going to use my finger for this just to see how it applies. Get some peach up in there. I love to be peachy. Oh yeah, that goes on real lovely with the finger. And use that first Moda Pro crease brush and blend just a little weensy weens. Now I'm going to use shade number 6 in my outer corner and maybe along the lash line. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. I mean, that definitely gave it a little something something, but what I'm noticing about all of these shades is they tend to kind of just melt together. So this palette really is made for summertime, when you want a quick grab and go glowy natural look that you're like, hey, I'm a bronze goddess walking in the sunlight. That's what this palette is for. And I'm not mad at it. I'm digging it. I think it looks quite nice. So now I'll just go ahead and do my other eye in the same way. All right, both my eyes are done, and I forgot to do the highlight shade. So I'm going to go back in with shade number 4 and just pop some highlights into my inner corner. And I'm just using a Luxie mini round brush, number 141. And what I like to do is tap into this depressed area in my eye socket, and adding a highlight there really helps give some lift to that area so that it doesn't look so shadowy. All right, there we have it. We are highlighted. It is very gold. It is very obviously not my perfect highlighter shade, but we're rolling with it. And then I'll just slap on some mascara really quick. I'm gonna try my sample of Maybelline's Greatest Lash in Very Black, just to keep in theme with drugstore pricing. I dig it. It's a very nice black. It's kind of one of those drier formulas, which I prefer because then it doesn't get all over my face. And so yeah, that looks quite nice. You go, Maybelline. I'm glad I got this. I think I got this in my Ipsy bag, so I haven't purchased a mascara in the longest time. Between Ipsy and BoxyCharm, I really don't need to. So, yay for subscription boxes. Oh no, look what I did. No! I hate it when I do that. You poke it in just the wrong way and then you get mascara all over your face. You've been there. I know you've been there. Everybody's been there. Maybe I'm the only one that's been there, but I feel like I do it all the time. Damn it. And usually waiting till it dries and using a Q-tip helps. But this lovely mascara is a very lovely, lovely shade of black, so I'm gonna have to do a little touch-up work. It's alright, it's makeup, it's paint. We can paint over it. Just paint over it. Just paint over it. Right? Let's paint over it. Alright. Like new. Like new. Is it like new? It's almost like new. Alright, now that that's fixed, sneaking in a little review here of the Maybelline Great Lash. It doesn't give quite as much lift as some other mascaras that I have, but it's quite nice. And it's the dry formula, which I like, and I know I was talking about that, and then I got it all over my face. But it looks nice, and it's not too heavy. Been hating the heavy mascaras that I've tried. Don't like to feel like I have 10,000 pounds of stuff on my eyelashes, so there you go. I will now tap into the Keep It Full Nourishing Lip Plumper in the shade Luminoso. I did have chapstick on earlier. I'm not going to put any lip liner or anything on because I just want to see how the gloss is working. Because in the summertime, not loving to wear a lot of makeup. So maybe I just want to slap a lip gloss on and not make it a whole deal, you know? So here we go. I enjoy the large doe foot applicator. That is quite nice. You know what? I actually really love the way that it smells. I hate lip glosses with a potent odor, but this is like minty vanilla, but not too strong in either direction. It tastes minty too, so that's one thing to note. And yeah, it is a very light wash of color. If I swatch it on my hand, it comes across as very, very, very pale pink, which is not bad. And if you look closely, it has little flecks of gold in it, which are nice. So it's all keeping in the Luminoso theme of a pinky coral with flecks of gold type shades. So if you're somebody that doesn't really like a pale lip, this wouldn't be for you, or you can glow up your lipstick or your lip liner. But for me, this is a perfect summertime shade. I dig it. I dig it. Blush, eye makeup, lip gloss. We have done all of these things, and I want to do what I would normally do at this point, which is set my face. Let's keep it glowy and go for the L'Oreal Shake and Glow Dew Mist. Let's do it up. Let's glow it up. Let's have a glow out. Then I'm going to use my Real Technique sponge. Make sure that there's no apparent drop marks on my face. Why don't we go ahead and move into final thoughts? So Milani really killed it with their baked blushes, especially in the shade Luminoso. Cult favorite. Everybody loves it. So I guess they were trying to tap into that market to reimagine Luminoso into these two products. What do I think about this face palette? Well, it's pretty good. I'm not saying it's stellar or amazing. I think it's pretty good. What I like about it is the shade range. I think these are lovely, quick swipe colors for the summertime. What's a swipe color? I don't know. I just made it up. If you just want to dab on with your hands 2 quick shades on the eyelid, maybe even just one, and then tap some of the blush on, this definitely would work for that. So in terms of performance, did they knock it out of the park? I think if we're breaking it into 2 categories, eyes and face, the performance on the eyes is much better than the face. The products did look a little powdery on my skin. You definitely could see the texture a little bit more on my skin. And it didn't really look better until I set my face with the Dew Mist. In terms of eyeshadow, I think this product is nice and soft and it blends out really smoothly whether you're using a brush or your finger. You're not going to get any super detailed looks with these. All the shades kind of blend together and become one. The shades don't really like stand apart, if that makes sense. This is on par with the 5-minute makeup routine that I do where I use my blush for eyeshadow. That is the theme of this. And in terms of it being Luminoso themed, I always love Luminoso as a blush and I like it as a quick eyeshadow as well. These are a lot softer. The product is a lot softer than the Luminoso brush, so it's easier to use your finger to apply it than it is to use this. This is a lot more powdery. So moving on to the Nourishing Lip Plumper lip gloss in the shade Luminoso. It doesn't swatch clear, but on my lips, it might as well be a clear lip gloss. And in the summertime, that's not necessarily a bad thing because you want to look just kind of nice and natural, especially if you're going to the beach or something. Or I don't know. I don't know these chicks that can wear full face of makeup at the beach. That's not me. It feels wonderful. It doesn't have that sting that some other lip plumpers have. Do I feel like it's plumping my lips? Yeah, a little bit I do, and that's probably that minty flair that I'm smelling in there. I do like the formula of this, so I'll be interested to try other shades, but highly recommend this for $8.99. This is a very comfortable lip gloss. I think it's great for the summertime. All right, so to wrap up final thoughts, I'm gonna say if you're a person that likes a natural vibe in your makeup, or you like makeup that's easy to use and has multiple purposes for one product, then this face palette is definitely for you, and the lip gloss is definitely an easy grab and go item. So that's who I'm recommending this product for. If you're living that glammed up life, maybe these are the products you're using on your beach day, because they are. They're nice and they're drugstore, so they're very affordable. So I think that wraps up everything for Luminoso Reimagined. So if you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and ring the bell for notifications, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! That's probably the best dupe for NARS Orgasm that you're gonna get. So if you're ever curious but didn't want to spend the money on NARS Orgasm, get this palette because it's half the price. You get all these other shades and you get to taste the world of NARS Orgasm. Although I shouldn't say taste, especially with the word orgasm in it. All right, scrap that. You'll get to see what the NARS situation is like.